Hello everyone, welcome to Anime No Mi, and thank you for joining us for another One Piece video. Today we're going to continue our discussions about Shanks, the pirate that inspired Luffy to take to the sea. In the world of One Piece, finding a devil fruit is not an easy task to do. In fact, there are some places in the world of One Piece that believe devil fruits to be a myth. So when someone is looking for a specific fruit, it is quite unlikely that you will find the fruit you're looking for, unless you have very specific information about the location of the fruit, as the world of One Piece is very large. On top of that, if someone else eats the fruit you want, it becomes even more impossible to get it, because if one takes the life of the fruit user, the fruit's power will go elsewhere, making this quest all the more difficult. Now Shanks, along with his crew, have found several interesting devil fruits during their journeys. After all, they did manage to get the Gomu Gomu no Mi away from a world government navy ship, so they may have gotten other fruits during their journey. But even after finding several fruits with incredible powers, Shanks has never made a point of eating one of these fruits. He doesn't even seem to have thought about the possibility of eating a devil fruit, even though he knows that through a devil fruit, he could obtain even greater power. In today's video, we'll talk about the reasons why Shanks hasn't eaten any devil fruit so far, and what would change in his life if he ate any fruit regardless of what it was. If you're new to the channel, we really appreciate your help by leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It really means a lot and motivates us to make new videos. But for now, let's get into the video. So to begin, devil fruits are incredible things capable of giving those that eat them unbelievable powers that greatly increase the attributes of their users. The origin of these fruits remains unknown, but despite that, we still have a lot of information about these mysterious fruits. There are three types of devil fruits: the paramecia, which allow the user to be able to modify their body structure, produce substances, or even manipulate these substances and the environment around them. Paramecia fruits are versatile and incredibly varied, such as the ability to turn into a rubber man, make parts of your body blades, turn invisible, become anything you eat, or even become a jacket. Because of this incredible diversity, paramecia do not have a specific attribute that defines it as the other two types have, but it is quite easy to differentiate them, as the other two types have very specific attributes. The second kind are referred to as zoan fruits and allow their users to become different types of animals. Basic animal types include things like giraffes, wolves, or bison, among others, but there are other classes and levels that make them different from each other. There are ancient zoan fruits that allow the user to transform into a prehistoric creature, such as a dinosaur, and finally there are even mythical zoan fruits, which allow the user to transform into a mythological creature, like a phoenix, a Buddha, or even a dragon. The zoan fruit allows the user to transform completely into the animal's form, or even a human-animal hybrid, making it possible for the user to not have to transform into its full form to be able to use its special attack. And third, we have the logia fruits, which are fruits that allow the user to become and control an element, such as fire, ice, lava, or light, among others. With this fruit, the user can manipulate the element any way they want. In addition, the fruit transforms the user's body fully into this element and grants the power of intangibility. This makes all physical attacks aimed at the logia user go straight through their body without causing damage or pain. But at the same time, they still have weaknesses. This intangibility can be nullified through the use of haki, sea stone, and even elements that nullify the user's element. Take for instance crocodile sand fruit. When your opponent throws water or their hands are covered by some liquid, they can easily destroy the intangibility of the sand. Another example is Enel's lightning fruit. When the user has something like rubber to protect him, that power becomes useless. Even though there is such a wide variety of fruits, Shanks never wanted to eat any, even though he is quite powerful, becoming a Yonko with just his sword-wielding skill and haki alone. A devil fruit would increase his strength all the more. Shanks is also the only Yonko that doesn't have a fruit, because Kaido has the dragon fruit, Teach has the darkness and earthquake fruit, and Big Mom has the human soul manipulation fruit. However, Shanks doesn't have any devil fruit. According to Shanks himself, he doesn't have a fruit because it would take away his ability to swim, and swimming was one of the things he liked the most. But there may also be other reasons that Shanks doesn't want a fruit. For instance, Shanks may know the origin of devil fruits and the consequences that it can cause the user's body in the future. As an apprentice to the King of the Pirates, Shanks must have learned a lot of information during the course of his youth. He learned about the One Piece and also the information that is written in the poneglyphs, but he had never arrived on that last island to know the secret behind the treasure. Even so, his Captain Roger may have given him tips before he left, such as avoiding eating a devil fruit and the consequences it could have. This would explain why Shanks only invites characters without devil fruit powers to his crew. Each of his crew members have a sword or a long-range weapon, these being their means of fighting their opponents. So I suppose Shanks' crew only uses weapons and haki to fight. The crew would fight in a similar way to Shanks, demonstrating that they can be recognized by the whole world without the need to have a devil fruit that offers them powers. members. This would also explain why he didn't allow Luffy to join his crew, even though they were great friends. Shanks wouldn't allow him to join because he ate the Gomu Gomu no Mi, possibly because the world government didn't want this fruit near Shanks as well. So as a captain, he could not allow one of his members to possess a devil fruit. It might also have been just the rubber fruit, which for some reason seems to be of some importance to the world government, but it also seems important to Shanks. The reason Shanks decided to make a crew with only members without devil fruits could be because of their former captain Roger. Thus far, it has been shown that no member of the Pirate King's crew possessed the power of a fruit. Only in the movie was this different. They managed to become the crew that conquered all the seas with only their strength and haki, so Shanks may like to do the same thing with his own crew. As I already said, Shanks may know more about the origin of devil fruits and a possible consequence it can cause when used in exaggerated ways, which may even result in the user losing their life. When using Gear Second in his fight against Rob Lucci, Luffy says that this transformation caused him to lose some of his lifespan whenever he was using it, meaning that it hurt his body over time, and with prolonged use, it could even take his life altogether. This may be able to happen to other fruit users as well. When the fruit is used in excess, it could shorten their lifespan. A devil fruit's awakening could have even greater consequences for the user's life, but we've only seen a few awakenings in the story thus far. With awakening, the user's power reaches an unimaginable level, but this power may also come with many disadvantages, as it requires excessive energy consumption, something Law and Kid commented on when they were fighting Big Mom. Because this power consumes so much of their energy, it could cause the user to lose their life much faster, because it is quite difficult to believe that with this great power, there is no great consequence. Some may say the only disadvantage of a devil fruit would be to lose the ability to swim, but there could be other, worse consequences. Now, lacking the ability to swim still may outweigh the advantage that these fruits offer, but the disadvantage of not being able to swim becomes something that really doesn't interfere with the pirate's journey, especially when the user is on dry land, as there would be nothing to worry about as the user will hardly fall into the water. It'd only be if they were facing a very powerful enemy that has the power to destroy their entire ship while at sea. But again, this scenario is still pretty unlikely. Among the various trips of Luffy and the Straw Hats between islands they travel, it rarely even happens to Luffy. Only in specific moments for the story do we see Luffy fall into the water. But again, this is something that rarely happens over the course of the whole story. So this supposed disadvantage is still very small if the user is not in contact with any water, and it may turn out that the real disadvantage of the fruit comes from the fact that it consumes the user's life in exchange for the power received. These may be the reasons why Shanks didn't eat a fruit, because if his lifetime was cut short, he would never be able to fulfill his dreams together with his crew, in addition to carrying out the mission left to him by the Pirate King. So with a crew of non-devil fruit users, they would have much more time to enjoy their lives as they sailed across the vast sea and celebrated each adventure they took. Also, there may be a quest that he knows that only can be accomplished without the power of devil fruits, and therefore he cannot have a fruit. And besides, as I stated at the beginning of the video, Shanks doesn't need a fruit to be a powerful character. With his current strength, he is capable of even becoming King of the Pirates if he really wanted to. So far, Shanks' real motives have not yet been revealed, and it seems they may not actually be tied to the greatest treasure in the world, but a goal that could be even greater. But for now, I'd like to know what you think about it. Do you think Shanks has other reasons he hasn't eaten a fruit so far? Or do you think there are other disadvantages a devil fruit might have? Leave your opinion in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching until the end of the video. Comment on any themes or ideas that you'd like to see in future videos. And also, if you made it this far, give us a like as you head out to take on the rest of your day. Hope to see you all in the next video, and let's keep sailing this giant sea together. Take care.